Yeah, I think the idea of borders is quite powerful, figuratively and literally, because I think, you know, one idea is that there's a limit with the border, but there's also this aspect of surveillance and policing and covert operation in order to move from one place to the other, whether it's language, music, bodies. I guess, David, in your work with the Latin Playboys and with Los Lobos, you've been exhaustively been entrenched in this conversation about moving Chicano identity into new frames in contemporary dialogue. I guess, and I know that the Chicano community is a community that's like very much invested in the work that Los Lobos and the work that you do. I guess tell us a little bit about that and those borders that you've been, those borders of tradition that a community expects for you to be working within this space. But you as an artist, your obligation is to expand that border and to expand that space. Tell us a little bit about, you know, your...
Well, we were talking in the car about the, what's the name of the group, the techno...
Nortec Collective?
Yeah, Nortec. They said, you know, you said with the first gigs, people booed them and didn't get it. And so well, probably, that's when they knew they were onto something. And that's how it was with the locals. You know, I was 19 years old and then we started playing Mexican music, and our peers were like, "What's wrong with you guys?" Yeah. And there's a lot of money in it. Look at it. You know, so I mean, we just took an interest in some, and so that was, you know, pushing the, you know, that, again, there's a border there. It's within our own community, within our own, yeah. I mean, our own people, our own music was not popular with our people. It was our parents' music basically. So that's how we got started. And the deeper we got into it, the more we learned, and it just opened up a whole new world. And so that's how. And as time went on, you know, we you know, put the Telecaster away or whatever. And got you know, the Quinto Rocho. And all stuff, so we like dove head on into that, and then but we came around to where we started to see that you know, the Midnighters and Richie Valens and like Joe Bataan, people like that were like just as important, you know, just, you know, with the whole in the big picture, I guess. You know, their music was just as important as say like Albert King or, you know, Freddie King or something like that. And that was a big part of our growing up. Jimmy Reed. I thought Jimmy Reed was a Chicano. Because that was the, as the night would wind down, instead of having a box, you know, a ghetto blaster, it was a guitar. Somebody would be drunk and they'd go get the guitar and I'd start playing Jimmy Reed. So that was like part of growing up, but I don't know with this, but so yeah, we experienced a lot of you know, when we first there was bands in LA. There was a good late 70s, early 80s. The community there was the musical community was pretty diverse, and you could hear you know, Circle Jerks, and Fear, or something, and Joe Liggins. You know, Memphis Slim or something, all the same night, the same club. You know. So there was a lot of cool stuff going on, and so that was how we made our way in with Los Locals. It was like, well, if it seems to be wide open right now, if we're going to do anything, now's the time to try it. So we started playing the corridos, and then we started playing them faster. It was the punk rock thing. But so that was there's another bit across. We had to go across the LA River into Hollywood, from East LA. It just doesn't seem like anything, but it was a big jump.
Sure, sure. Yeah, I think about your pieces like was it Cumbia de la Raza, and Saints Behind the Glass, that are really drawn from these traditional spaces, but they're totally opened up to allow new influences to enter the stream of the trajectory of work that y'all were doing. And what I find real fascinating is just like the corridos we were watching in the film here, you know, as well, you all, through y'all's work, were crossing those borders, but along the way, you all are constantly re-infusing this idea of remaking identities, which is very rich.
Yeah, I think so. It took, for a while with us, you know, it was the traditional music and it was the rock and roll, the rhythm and blues. And we didn't you know, put the two together. It was out of respect for the music at first. But then we found ways to, there was a song called Be Still. It was the first one where we used, wrote a song in English over a bongo rhythm with a drum kit and stuff. So it was a, you know, I told Louis, I said, either, you know, I'm onto something or I lost it. You know, I was afraid to play it for him. Man, you know, you don't do that to this kind of music.
You were crossing a border.
Crossing the border. So but that opened the door to starting to combine the different styles.